So settling into your mat, knowing that we have 40 minutes of some nice, juicy hip opening moves. We'll stop here and there to burn and pulse a little bit. But as we move, choosing to focus on ease rather than forcing yourself into any shape. I always notice the most significant changes in my practice when I just show up as I am and not the way I think I should be. So embracing the shapes that you're going to move into today, the way that your body is asking to move, just for today. With that, take a deep breath in, sending air all the way down to the belly. And then as you exhale, just soften and find your ease. Let go of the shoulders and whatever's clenching in your stomach and your jaw. Maybe roll the forehead back from side to side on the mat. Feeling nice and settled and grounded for these next 2 breaths. On your next inhale, we'll pull up to a tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. We'll dip the hips, pull the heart through for cow. Exhale, pushing the mat away, arching the spine high for cat. Deep breath in, drop in the belly, filling up cow. Exhale, cat. Moving between these 2 shapes at your own pace with your breath. Feel free to bring some intuitive movement to the shape, so maybe rolling out your spine at different angles, bringing life to the back body. Taking one more complete round. And then next time you're in cow, staying there, walking the hands like 2 handprints in front and dropping into your up dog, lifting your kneecaps and hips off the ground, feeling a nice deep bend in the back. And then exhale, knees go wide, toes to touch for child's pose. We'll take a deep round of breath here. Big exhale. On your next inhale, you can walk the hands off towards the right, sinking down and back into that left hip, opening up the left side body. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, walking the hands off towards the left. Same thing here, inhale, dropping that right hip down. Feeling the length of the spine, and then exhale, stay. We'll walk back towards center, taking one more round of breath here. And then we're going to pull towards our tabletop position, but keeping the forearms on the mat. We'll take a deep breath in, raise the right foot up into the air as if you could stamp the sole of the foot on the ceiling, so nice 90-degree bend in that knee. And then on the inhale, we're just going to turn the knee out towards the right and then tuck it under and send it back up. So big knee circles. We'll take 5. So taking your time to move, really articulating through that hip. And then stopping the next time your foot is straight up towards the ceiling, and we're just gonna pulse with a flexed foot for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now finding a point of the foot, dropping the knee down towards the body, and then starting your circles in the opposite direction. Trying to get 5 or around 5, but moving at your own pace. Nice and stable through the core, really pressing that mat away. And then next time the foot is up, toes are pointed towards the ceiling, we're going to pulse again with the toes pointed this time for 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. We'll pause here, coming up to the right palm. And then inhale, tucking the knee towards the tricep. Exhale, extend the foot long into a kick. We have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold that kick back, come up to the left palm, so you're up on both hands. And then the top of the foot is facing the ground, so hips are squared off. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, crunching that knee in towards the nose. Inhale, send it long. We have 2 more. Exhale, crunch it in. Send it back. Crunch it in. This time we'll hold, finding a nice arch in the back, really pulling up the core for 3, 2, 1. Stepping the foot through, landing in our Anjaneyasana. Hips sink down towards the earth. Deep breath in, and then exhale, shifting back to half split. Deep breath in, exhale, stay. As we inhale, we'll move towards Anjaneyasana. Chest is broad. Exhale, moving back towards half split, forward fold. Inhale, Anjaneya. Exhale, half split. Moving through this one more time, pausing wherever you need a little more space. And then next time you're in Anjaneyasana, we'll stay. We're gonna move into lizard. So you can bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand, maybe shuffling that foot over a couple of inches. And then feel free to knock that knee out towards the side. And then I always like to bring my hand to the knee to push it away, opening up my chest into a nice twist. So maybe rocking in and out of this shape just a little bit, bringing life to that right hip. And then if it's available to you, maybe not yet, seeing if you can come down to the forearms. Otherwise, just staying where you are, taking one more deep round of breath. Wherever you are, coming back to long arms, tucking that knee back towards your tabletop position, and then shifting the hips back for child's pose. Take a deep breath in, and a big breath out. As you inhale, pulling back up towards that forearm tabletop position, we'll take a deep breath in, marching that left foot up towards the ceiling. The foot is nice and flexed, the knee is nice and bent. We'll take a deep breath in, starting the circle open and down, moving for 5. Finding that stabilization in the hips and the core and the forearms. Shifting your gaze between the hands, keeping the spine nice and long. Next time your foot is raised, we'll stay there and pulse with your flexed foot for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pointing the toes, dropping the knee and reversing the circle. Moving here for 5. Really sucking in that core, keeping yourself nice and secure. Just focusing on moving that left hip. Next time your toes are pointed up, we'll stay. Finding your pulse with that pointed foot for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up to that left hand, take a deep breath in, send the foot long, and then exhale, crunching that knee in towards the tricep. Inhale, send it long. We have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, send it back, keep that foot hovering, coming up to the right palm. We'll take a deep breath in and stay. Exhale, tucking the knee towards nose. Inhale, send it long. We have 2 more. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, crunch. We'll stay for 3, 2, 1. Stepping it through, finding your Anjaneyasana. Hips are sinking nice and low. You can imagine there's a heavy bowling ball resting in your pelvic bowl. Deep breath in, and then exhale, sinking back, finding your half split. We'll stay for a breath. Now moving into the Anjaneyam with an inhale and exhale, moving into half split. Going at your own pace. We'll take 3 or 4 rounds of this. Adjusting as you need. If this is hard on the resting knee, it could help to tuck the toes of the right foot. Give you a little more stability. And then next time you're forward, we'll stay forward, moving into our lizard. So shifting the left foot out just slightly of the left hand, and then choosing to either remain down on that right knee, or you can pop up if you'd like a little more advanced pose. Otherwise, knocking that left knee out, and just shifting in and out of your lizard, maybe pushing the knee away. Choosing to walk it down to the forearms if that's available to you. Otherwise, staying up high where you are. We'll all take one more round of breath here. Bringing new life into that hip, getting it ready to move and work. Big breath in, big breath out. As you inhale, coming back to long arms, pressing the mat away. We'll move into our child's pose one last time before we move on. And then as you're ready, we'll tuck the toes under, shift the hips, high down dog. We'll take a few breaths here in our down dog, maybe working through the heels, pedaling out, shaking out the head. Hips are pulling back and up. Everything is long and pushing away. As you inhale, we'll shift the gaze forward. Exhale, starting your tiptoe or your walk to the top of the mat. Once you arrive, we're going to reach our peace fingers for the insides of the big toe. We'll take a deep breath in, drop the hips as low as you can go. And then as you exhale, moving back into your forward fold. We'll take 4 more rounds of this, moving at your own pace. Just dropping into the hips, warming up the knees, and then enjoying a nice stretch for the posterior chain in your forward fold. Taking one more full round and then meeting in forward fold. Once you arrive, reaching for opposite elbows, bending gently into the knees and hanging in ragdoll. Maybe finding your sway back and forth. Finding length through your front body. Deepening your fold. Deep breath in. Big breath out. As you inhale, we'll lift halfway. Fingers find mat or shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back for plank. We'll hold here. Shoulders over wrists, heels over toes. Deep breath in, tuck the pelvis, shift forward an inch. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. We'll keep the palms where they are, untuck the toes, deep breath in. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest for cobra. Exhale, rolling down. 2 more rounds, inhale, cobra. Exhale, mat. Inhale, cobra. Option push to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, walk, hop, jump, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise. Listen for the change. As we exhale, we'll cactus our arms, lift the chest and the gaze. Coming back to standing straight up, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, finding plank. Deep breath in, shifting forward. Exhale, lowering all the way or halfway. Lifting up into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, down dog. We'll take 3 more rounds a little bit faster. Feel free to move at your own pace. Inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus, opening the chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, flow. Inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus and lift. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, flow. Last round. Deep breath in, shift the gaze. Exhale, top of mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Cactus. Rise. Fold. Inhale, lift halfway, and find your flow. We'll pause here in our down dog for a breath. Feel free to grab a sip of water or drop into your child's pose. We'll meet in our down dog. Take a deep breath in, big breath out. Inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, stepping the foot between the hands, preparing to rise into high lunge. Deep breath in, coming upright, finding a nice sturdy base. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, drop the left knee as if you were going into a lunge. And then as you exhale, springing up into a one-legged mountain. Shoot, I think I'm standing the wrong way. And then we're gonna move into our hip circles here. So you can bring the hands to the waist, hands can stay up high, but circling that left knee 2 more times. And then next time your knee is straight ahead of you, we're gonna circle it all the way back, landing in our warrior 2. We'll take a deep breath in, finding peaceful. Exhale, reaching towards side angle. Stacking up the shoulders, pressing the glutes forward just slightly, staying in line. Inhale, peaceful. And then exhale, cartwheeling down towards your lizard. So right foot is outside of the right hand. We'll take a deep breath in, pushing that elbow and the shoulder into that leg. And then as you exhale, turning off towards the left, hand and foot moving into your side plank, opening up to the right. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming back down towards your mat and moving through your flow. Deep breath in, left toes lift. Exhale, stepping through, finding your high lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, dropping that right knee, and then exhale, coming to stand in one-legged mountain. Bringing the hands to the waist and then moving through your hip circles on this side. Next time the knee is pointing up, we'll circle it all the way back around to warrior 2. Inhale, finding peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful. And then exhale, cartwheeling down towards the mat. This time left foot outside of the left hand. We'll take a deep breath in, finding contact there. And then as you exhale, shifting into your side plank. Staying for a breath, hips are reaching high. Exhale down towards the mat, finding your flow. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Adding on. Inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, step it through, high lunge. Inhale, stay. Exhale, dipping that knee, rising to one-legged mountain. No hip circles this time, we're just gonna circle back right away, finding our warrior two. Inhale to peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, rise, finding our flying warrior, opening to the left side of the mat. And then sinking down into our goddess squat. Knees are tracking over the toes. And we'll start some pulses here. So sinking just an inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold, wide-legged fold. We'll stay for a breath. As you inhale, shifting the gaze back towards the right foot. Getting ready to move into that side plank. So putting some pressure between the shoulder and the elbow and the knee. And then inhale, trying to keep that connection as you roll off into side plank. Eventually extending the limbs and holding for a breath. Lifting the hips. Exhale down towards the mat, finding your flow. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, left toes lift. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, dropping the knee. Rising into our standing warrior. Deep breath in, circling that knee back, opening up to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, flying warrior, limbs are long. And then exhale, finding your goddess squat. Bending deeply into the knees. We'll pulse again here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, forward fold. We'll stay for a breath. As you're ready, we'll inhale, shifting back towards the inside of the left foot. And then as you're ready, finding the connection between the floating limbs, rolling off into the right hand and the right foot, sending the limbs long, shifting the hips high to the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, rolling towards your plank and finding your flow. Deep breath in, big breath out. Inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, step it through, high lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dip the knee. Step it up, deep breath in. Exhale, circling back to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. This time seeing if you can bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Or maybe seeing if you can meet the hands behind the hip for the bind. Wherever you are, we'll stay for a breath. Starting to unwind the limbs, inhaling back to peaceful. And then exhaling, cartwheeling the hands to either side of the right foot. And then stepping the right foot to the outside of the right hand, left foot to the outside of the left hand, and stopping here in our Malasana. Sinking the hips nice and low. Elbows are pressing out into the knees. This is a fine place to stop. Otherwise, if you're looking for a challenge, we're going to shift the weight into the right foot and bring the left foot straight out in front of us as if we're at the bottom of a pistol squat. We're just going to hold here for a really deep breath in. Exhale, stay. Wherever you are, Malasana or pistol, we're going to drop the glutes to the ground, and we're gonna meet in our bow pose. So hands are pointing long away from the body. Knees can either be bent or straight. And then we'll inhale, finding low boat, and then exhale high. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Meeting high, and then rolling the length of your spine, crossing at the ankles, and moving through your flow. Deep breath in, big breath out. Inhale, left toes lift. Exhale, step it through, high lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dip the knee, step it up, one-legged mountain. Circling back, finding a warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, reaching for your side angle. Finding a bind or a challenge that suits you today. We'll stay for a breath. Starting to unwind, deep breath in, finding peaceful. And then exhale, cartwheeling the hands down, stepping the feet to either side of the hands, outside of the hands, and sinking the hips low from Malasana. So Malasana is a good place to stay if you're not interested in pistol. Otherwise, shifting your weight off to the opposite side, I think it's the left. And then reaching those right toes long in front of the body. Seeing if you can either make contact with the bottom of the foot, or just keep everything floating nice and lifted. Deep breath in. Exhale, stay. And then inhale wherever you are, dropping the glutes, falling into your boat. Finding a nice sturdy core to keep you upright. Knees can be bent or straight. We'll take a deep breath in, finding low boat. And then exhale your teaser, your high boat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Catch it up, and then you can roll the length of the spine, crossing at the ankles, moving through your flow. We'll pause here in our down dog. We'll take 2 rounds of breath before we move on. Deep breaths in, sending air to the depths of your belly. And then inhale, we'll lift the right toes high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop the knee, rising to your one-legged standing mountain. And then we're gonna cross that left knee over. We're dropping into eagle. So left knee is over, right arm is under. You can bind either once or twice here. But feeling nice and heavy in those hips, finding that the weight of that bowling ball pulling you down towards the earth. Deep breath in. Exhale, stay. Find your ease. Deep breath in. Exhale, stay. As you inhale, you can start to unwind, sending that left foot back to warrior 2. We'll stay for a breath, releasing all of that tension. And then inhale, finding peaceful. Exhale, side angle. You can choose to take the bind. We'll stay for a breath. And then inhale back to peaceful. Exhale, cartwheeling down towards the mat. We're gonna stop here in our lizard. So right foot is outside of the right hands. And we're gonna move into our flying split. So we have 2 options on how to get there. We can either take the right shoulder and tuck it under the right knee. From there, we're gonna straighten the right leg and then try and find the balance, lifting the left toes off the ground. I think that's the harder way to get into it. So if you want a little more momentum, you can take the right toes high And then as you exhale, just landing the right knee on the right elbow and starting to just bend and play with a bent leg instead of a straight one. Wherever you are, playing for a few more breaths. Forgiving yourself for falling out of it, just hopping right back in. And then taking a couple of breaths, moving through your flow, or meeting in down dog. We'll take a deep breath in and a big breath out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, dropping that right knee down and then coming to one-legged mountain. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, sinking down into our eagle. Right knee is over, right arm is under. Inhale, giving your elbows a little lift. Exhale, sinking your hips low. One more round of breath here. Filling up with air and exhaling completely. Inhale, starting to unwind, stepping the right foot back to your warrior two. Pausing for a breath, finding that release. And then inhale, shifting back to peaceful. Exhale, side angle, choosing to take that bind. Inhale, shifting to peaceful. And then exhale, cartwheeling the hands to the inside of the left foot. Playing with your flying split on this side. So either walking that left shoulder under the left knee. That doesn't really work for me on this side. So I'm gonna lift the left toes. And then exhale, almost as if I'm shifting forward into a plank. And a chaturanga, dropping the left knee on top of the left elbow. And then just playing with kicking the leg straight. When you're done playing, you can flow or meet in a down dog. Grab a sip of water before we move on. Inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise to your high lunge. We'll stay for the inhale. And then exhale, dropping the left knee, rising onto our one-legged mountain, and then exhaling into eagle. Last time here on this side, so you can sink a little bit deeper. Pulling everything towards your center. Joints are compressed. Deep breath in, exhale, stay. On your next inhale, you're going to start to unwind, opening up this time into your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Limbs are pulling long away from the body. You're big and expansive. Deep breath in. Exhale, dropping the left foot, shifting back to peaceful. Inhale, side angle. Peaceful. And then cartwheeling down towards the mat. We have the option to play again here with our flying split. So taking 2 breaths, 2 or 3 breaths just to play. Forgiving yourself for whatever doesn't happen today. From there, we're going to step into our Malasana. Feet outside the hands, sinking the hips low. We'll take a breather. And then when you're ready, we're going to work into that pistol. So bringing the weight into the right foot, sending the left leg long. Your chest is broad. Deep breath in. Exhale, stay. As you inhale, dropping the glutes from wherever you are, finding your boat. We have 3 teasers, so inhale, low boat. Exhale, kick it up. Inhale, low boat. Last time, kick it up. And then find that nice rock and roll into your flow. That's it, that's the big kahuna. You know what's coming on this side. Take a deep breath in, lifting the left toes high, exhale, step it through. Inhale, rising to high lunge. Exhale, dipping the knee, coming to stand in one-legged mountain. Deep breath in. Exhale, dropping into your eagle. Right knee is over, right arm is under. Inhale, shifting the elbows up an inch. Exhale, dropping the hips an inch. On your next inhale, starting to unwind. Opening up to the right side, finding your Ardha Chandrasana on this side. You're big and expansive. Everything is pulling and working for you here. Deep breath in. Exhale, stay. On your next inhale, dropping back to your peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, cartwheeling the hands down. Finding your lizard and hanging in your lizard, otherwise working into your flying split. Playing for just a breath or two. And then wherever you are, stepping the hands, the feet to the outside of the hands, dropping into our Malasana, taking a few breaths to recover. As you're ready, we're going to shift the weight off into the left foot this time. Swinging that right leg straight out in front of us. Forgiving yourself for the difference between your sides. Feeling the weight of that heavy bowling ball here in your hips. And the lightness and the strength of your upper body. Next inhale, you can drop the glutes, rising into your boat. Wherever you are, we'll take a deep breath in, finding low boat. And then exhale your teaser. Inhale low, exhale up. One more time. And then rolling the length of your spine, crossing at the ankles, and finding your flow. We'll take 2 rounds of breath here. Feel free to drop into your child's pose, letting your heart rate come down just a little bit. As you're ready, we'll shift the hips high. Inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, moving into your pigeon. Crawling the left toes back, really finding a nice straight leg. And then evening out the hips, taking a deep breath in. And then exhale, starting your descent to your sleeping pigeon. We'll stay for 5 breaths. Returning to your ease and your softness. With every exhale, finding a new place to droop, to become one with your mat. Taking one more full round of breath. Exhale, letting it all go. As you inhale, coming back towards long arms. You can tuck the left toes under, send the right leg high. Maybe take a flip dog. And then returning towards down dog, we'll inhale, left toes high. Exhale, finding your pigeon. Crawling the right toes back, evening off the hips. Deep breath in. And then exhale, making your way down towards your mat. Finding your sleeping pigeon for 5 breaths. Unclenching the jaw and the shoulders, letting your heart dip low. Deep breath in, filling up with fresh air. Exhale, letting it all go. Tucking the right toes under, coming back to long arms. And then setting that left leg high, maybe dropping it over towards the right for your flip dog. And then meeting in down dog. We're gonna drop the knees. We're gonna move into a few rounds of camel. So I always like to start in broken toe pose with my toes tucked underneath. And then coming to rise upright, pretending that I have back pockets where I can tuck my hands into. I'll take a deep breath in, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest and the gaze, and then see if you can keep the gaze tracing a straight line down towards the opposite wall. Finding some tension in the glutes. And then maybe eventually bringing the hands to the heels, bending your full camel, a big energetic circle. We'll just take 1 round of camel, so we're gonna take 2 more breaths. As you're ready, starting to ease out, slowly rising up. And then we're just going to counter that with our rabbit pose, so untucking the toes, and then just pretty much guiding the head straight forward, planting the crown straight down towards the earth, gazing back between the feet. Your hips can rise so that your crown is flat on the earth. We'll just take a round of breath. When you're ready, sinking back towards the heels and then swinging the legs around. We'll come to a laying position on our backs. Can send the feet wide to the width of the mat, and then we're just gonna windshield wiper the knees back and forth, bringing our spine into neutral. Kind of flushing out all of the work that we did in our low core and our hips. There's a lot of big dynamic movements that we work through pretty quickly. So just taking our time to slow down and give everything a nice little stretch. As you inhale, we'll tuck the knees in towards the chest, hugging the shins. And then we're gonna move into supine towards the right. So dropping the knees off towards the right. Moving into whatever version of supine is calling you today. Since we spent some time in eagle, I'm crossing my left heel under my right knee to get that extra stretch in the left hip. An extra little twist through the spine. Inhale, letting your spine be long, and then exhale, letting it be heavy. Taking one more full round of breath. And then unwinding from wherever you are, tucking the knees back towards center, giving them a little squeeze, and then dropping them off towards the left, finding a nice supine on this side. Inhale, let the spine be long, and exhale, let it be heavy. Taking one more complete round of breath. And then inhale, tucking the knees back towards the chest, finding any last movements that maybe we didn't get to during class. And then on your next inhale, we'll lift the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Almost nuzzling the nose between the knees, tucking everything super tight. Deep breath in. Exhale, releasing everything against the mat, moving into your final rest. With every exhale, finding a heaviness and a softness. Taking just a few more rounds of breath. Inhale, sending fresh oxygen all the way down to your toes and your fingers. Exhale, releasing stale air. And then on your next inhale, we'll move into a full body stretch. Arms rise above the head, pointing toes and fingers away from your center, and then exhale, shifting off into your fetal position, either your right or your left side. We'll stay for a breath, choosing what you want to bring with you as we move away from our mats. And then in your next inhale, you can push up towards seated. We'll take a round of breath together to close our practice. So as you're ready, you can exhale all of your air. Then inhale, we'll circle arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down through prayer. We'll keep our hands here at our heart center, or your prayer can rise to your third eye. Thank you so much for coming to class tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your day or your evening. Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Anna.